a young man of 17 was tending the flocks with his brothers. Now, their father loved Joseph more than any of his other sons. One day, Jacob gave him a beautiful, colorful robe. When his brothers saw that their father loved him more than any of them, they hated Joseph and could not speak a kind word to him. One day, Joseph went to check on his brothers out in the distant fields, but they saw him in the distance, and before he reached them, they plotted to kill him. Here comes that dreamer. Come now, let's kill him and throw him into one of these wells and say that a ferocious animal devoured him.
Pick him up, pick him up. Get in the well.
After they threw him in the well, some Midianite merchants came by, and the brothers decided to sell Joseph as a slave instead of killing him.
Yay, we got money.
I'm sad.
They then ripped up the coat and told their father that Joseph had been killed by a ferocious animal.
Why?
Jacob was greatly Joseph becomes slaves to Potiphar, captain of the Egyptian army, is favored and put in charge of the household.
Here, he is in charge of the house.
Potiphar's wife takes notice of him and tries to sin.
No!
Joseph says no and runs away.
Potiphar, he's the worst servant I have ever had. I'm telling him to clean and cook, and I think he stole some of my jewelry.
Let's go.
A while later, the king's cupbearer and baker were thrown in prison, and both had dreams. They told Joseph their dreams, and with God's help were able to correctly interpret the dreams. Joseph predicted that the cupbearer would be restored to his position with the king, but with the baker, in 3 days, he would be hung from a tree.
No.
Both dreams came true. Joseph had asked the cupbearer to remember him to the king, but was forgotten until the king himself had a dream and wanted to know what it meant. Joseph had asked the cupbearer to remember him to the king, but was forgotten until the king himself had a dream and wanted to know what it meant.
It's so weird.
And the cupbearer then remembered about Joseph.
Go get him!
Joseph was brought before the king and correctly interpreted his dream that the 7 skinny cows eating the 7 fat cows and staying skinny meant there would be 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. Joseph suggested a plan, and Pharaoh appointed him second in command.
You are now second in command to me.
And just as Joseph foretold, there were 7 years of plenty and then 7 years of famine. People who had not stored up extra food were starving and came to Egypt for relief. Joseph's brothers came before Joseph asking for food for their family, but they didn't recognize Joseph. Joseph tested them to see if they were still evil or had changed.
Wasn't me. It was me.
When he saw they had changed, he revealed he was their brother.
You guys are happy to see him.
Explaining that what you had intended for evil, God used for good.
We found his brother. We don't even know that it's your brother. We're not.
Joseph then invited them all to move down to Egypt and live with him.
And they lived happily ever after.
Oh, hi. Oh, can I be in
The blooper. We can go get in jail with Tiana and Sarah.
People has been eating animals in here. Fur. There is fur. Help us! Hey, look, here's the break. They have been eating fuzzy bunnies. Yeah! There's like a little fish right. Then it got eaten. And the bones are like, that is a resemblance of a baker's dream. I'm claustrophobic. Yeah. I'll help you eat them. No, this is my here. I'm gonna eat. Get your own sheep. Go get your own jail. Go to your own jail. Dad, I'm eating its brain. No.
Okay,
Are you going to be soldiers, both of y'all?
Yes.
Okay, ready?
one, quiet on the set. Act 1, 2, 3, action.
There, Ian. No, it's okay. Now, brothers, come back.